This is the Paludarium. It's a hybrid aquarium terrarium, and you have several different environments. You have the water environment where I'm growing water plants and plants like pothos that can grow in the water and come out of the water. Marginal plants such as the asparagus fern here and the Schiffillaria, and I'm doing an experiment with irisine and seeing if that will grow as a marginal plant. The plant that's doing the best is this nerve plant, this pink nerve plant. That's just growing by leaps and bounds. And then I have a white variety nerve plant as well. And over here we have the waterfall I created. And I've taken some moss from outside and I'm acclimating it. It's doing pretty well. We had some die off, but I'm using a moss ball, which is a plant that can grow submerged. That seems to do better in the flow of the waterfall. So with some of these things, it's trial and error. As you can see here, this is a new plant. This is a little cobra lily. This is a new one. I just added it today. So we'll see how that one does. There are little fungus gnats that occasionally are in this tank, so I'm hoping it will have food. And then down here, I have two little ferns. Since we had our fern webinar on Sunday, Moby suggested the maidenhair. So I got that one. The other one, I'm not sure what it is. Might be Crispus, but they didn't know at the nursery, so we'll see what it grows into. I have a dendrobium growing in the canopy, along with a bunch of air plants. Several different kinds. There's one tucked up in here. And then I just bought this new one, this bright red one. Let's see how that does in this environment. There's been some trial and error. Some things do well, some things it's a little too humid or too wet. So I've had to replace. The Tolumnia is still an experiment. I think it might be too wet in here for it, so we'll see how that does. I keep moving it around. Other canopy plants, the air plants, the Tillandsias, several different varieties. This nice red one here, that's a new addition. The bridal veil that I got from Shama is doing fantastic in here. Over here we have some of our water plants. These are submerged plants. And this one might look very familiar. Let's see that. This is Creeping Jenny. So Creeping Jenny has been an experiment for me for the last few months. Once I found it can grow submerged as well as immersed. So it's the perfect candidate for this particular tank. I have some growing here, under the water. Under the water it has a different growth habit. As you can see, it's growing straight up. It grows vertically when submerged. And then, of course, it grows horizontally when immersed in terrestrial environments. We got the big crab hanging out, eating. They eat little pieces of food that they find at the bottom of the tank, as well as they feed on bacteria that's in the tank.